Starlink, Mega C motorhomes, a new RV sales scam, and more. Coming to you from Northern Florida, I'm Jason Epperson, and it's time for the latest in RV and camping news. Well, fuel prices continue to be top of mind for most RVers right now, and thankfully in the last 2 weeks, they've dropped about 10 cents on average from their all-time high of $4.33 for gasoline and $5.13 for diesel. A drop in gas demand is contributing to price decreases. It's often said that the only cure for high fuel prices is high fuel prices. People are being more careful about how much they drive, and that's causing prices to drop a bit. However, oil prices continue to climb, which could cause more pain at the pump. Thor Motor Coach has launched 2 new Super C motorhomes that they're calling Mega Cs, which I suppose is a thing we're saying now. The Pasadena and Inception are sisters built on the Freightliner S2 RV cab chassis, intentionally designed for consumers seeking the performance and power of a diesel pusher with the familiarity and convenience of a cab chassis. They come with the Cummins ISB XT engine, outputting 360 horsepower and 800 pound-feet of torque. They're each 39 feet long, 13 foot 3 inches high, and rated to tow 15,000 pounds on the rear hitch. They feature air suspension, air brakes, and air ride seats. They're both available in 2 floor plans, a bunkhouse and a bath and a half model. You get around 8,000 pounds of cargo carrying capacity. The jumbo loft can hold 800 pounds, and I particularly like the stove, which has both propane and electric burners. MSRP begins at $320,000. On the other end of the motorhome spectrum, Mercedes has announced that the 2023 Sprinter van chassis, which is used on a heck of a lot of Class B and Class C RVs, will no longer offer a 6-cylinder diesel engine. Instead, 3 different 4-cylinder engines will be offered. The gasoline version, which remains the same, and a pair of diesels, one with a single turbo and one with twin turbos. The good news is that the 4-cylinder twin turbo beats the torque and horsepower of the retiring 6-cylinder engine, though just barely. Both get a new 9-speed transmission, and the higher output engine can be paired with all-wheel drive. You probably won't see 2023 Sprinters being made into RVs until the 2024 model year. More in a minute, including another cut in truck production due to supply chain issues and an update on Starlink mobile internet. But first, this episode is sponsored by the Togo RV app and their premium Road Pass Pro membership. The free Togo RV app offers maintenance reminders, recall alerts, checklists, and more for your specific RV. And if you upgrade to a Road Pass Pro membership, you get RV-friendly GPS routing, access to thousands of verified overnight parking location listings, discounts on lots of great products like tires and lithium batteries, plus premium access to other apps under the Road Pass umbrella. Download the Togo RV app for free today and get $10 off your Road Pass Pro membership with the code RVMiles10X. According to Automotive News, Ford Motor Company told dealers on March 12th it was pushing back allocations and that wholesale deliveries will be lighter until the end of May. Ford continues to produce vehicles and fill customer orders, but supply chain issues seem to be getting worse instead of better. In fact, if you don't order a Super Duty before the end of the month, your order is going to be held for the 2023 model year. Ford has apparently lost 100,000 units of production due to 37 different suppliers failing to provide parts as scheduled. Meanwhile, GM will be shutting down full-size pickup production at Fort Wayne for 2 weeks due to microchip shortages. Is it time for RVers to get Starlink? Early adopters of the low Earth orbit satellite internet solution from SpaceX are reporting that roaming has come to the service. Users used to need to change their address every time they moved locations and hope that one was available. But CEO Elon Musk tweeted a couple of weeks ago about enabling roaming abilities in order to help keep communications going in Ukraine. It seems that roaming ability is being pushed to most Starlink users, and some have even proven on YouTube videos that they're able to get a good connection in motion with the dish on the roof of their RV. But Starlink still has its hangups for RVers. One being that this roaming doesn't seem to be official and could just be temporary. The other being that trees get in the way, and lots of campsites are, of course, in the trees. But that's not to say that Starlink isn't ready to become part of the internet arsenal for people who RV extensively. We'll let you know how ours works when it arrives in a few days. SpaceX has also announced a system-wide price increase for Starlink that affects both new users and those who already have the service. The cost of the hardware kit for those who had a deposit on file with SpaceX has gone up $50 to $549. New orders will see a $100 increase to $599, and the monthly service price has gone up from $100 to $110 for everyone. SpaceX is citing inflation's effect on the cost of raw materials and logistics as the reason for the increase. Speaking of price increases, peer-to-peer RV parking site Boondockers Welcome is raising its rates for new members only. That's how you do it, Starlink. Member prices are going up to $79 a year in May. Current members and anyone who signs up now will be locked into their current price and will not be affected. If you buy a membership now, it's only $50 a year. There's a link in the description to lock in your rate. According to Oklahoma's News 4, there's a new RV sales scam going around. Fake auto auction sites that purport to sell cars and RVs that have been repossessed are cropping up, using photos and text from legitimate listings on sites like RV. Fake bidding happening on the sites, and they advertise on legitimate sites and social media to get you to click over. The winning bidder could be losing a lot of money. That's it for this week's RV and Camping News Roundup. If you're new here, check out this playlist with all our recent news videos. Hit the like button if you got something out of this, and hit the subscribe button to get next week's video. We'll see you there.